My hair looks fucking crazy as hell right now. Y'all, low-key, I be deciding whether or not to freaking shave my head all the way. But what's up, y'all? What it do? It's your boy Obsidian back at it again, just on a walk. I wanted to talk about a couple things, maybe give advice on some beginner traders and stuff that I would want to, stuff I would have done differently, or at least thought differently along this journey. And again, I've been trading for quite some time now. I was first introduced to trading in like 2019, towards the end of 2019, and I was introduced not in the best way, but again, it's just something to help other people out. You're gonna see a lot of cuts because I'm gonna be saying a lot of ums and a lot of I don't know what's going on and shit like that. So yeah, easy. All right, one of the first things that I wanted to talk about was the 5 fundamental truths about trading. The 5 fundamental truths. And the first one is anything can happen. That's the first one. Anything can happen in the markets. So the reason this is important is that a lot of people deal with fear, deal with greed, deal with a lot of things when first starting out. And the crazy part is any person who doesn't know anything about trading at all can click a buy button and can click a sell button, because all we do, they can click a button and they can make money. That's it. They don't need to know anything about trading at all. So anything can happen in these markets, all right? And that helps deal with certain things like fear. For an example, if you're hesitant on entering trades because you lost, let's say, the last 2, and that third trade, you're hesitant to take it, and you miss the trade. It ends up playing in your direction. That happens a lot with people. But you got to think about it. What if you won the 2 previous trades before? You would not have been hesitant on that third one because you're expecting it to win. With that being said, something that you take may not make sense to someone else, but the thing is, it doesn't have to, because anything can happen in the market. Anything. So that's the first one. The second one is you don't need to know what's going to happen next to make money. Ties into the first one. Again, any average Joe can come along. Oh shit, any person, I don't say average Joe, but any person can come along, click buy, and price could go up, right? Anything could happen. Price could go up and they can make money. You don't need to know what's going to happen next to make money. A lot of people try to predict the market, and hey, sometimes that helps, or works with them, but I don't want to say it's better reacting than it is predicting, but that's what I hear a lot. People go, no, we don't predict the market because we don't know what's going to happen next, but we react to what's happening, and that's how we make our money. So you don't need to know what's going to happen next to make money. That's a big one. Okay, for the third one, there's a random distribution between wins and losses for every given set of variables that define an edge. Okay, meaning anything that defines an edge, and an edge is literally just your strategy in the market. An edge is just your strategy. There's a random distribution between wins and losses. Okay, that's the truth. You're gonna lose, but every winning strategy has losses. That's one thing that you got to realize. Every single winning strategy has losses. There's no 100% win rate. And that's a big thing that people also need to realize that you're going to take losses, so you need to be prepared for it. You need to trade as if, you're going to win. You want the trade to win. I don't want to say, you want to be optimistic about taking a trade. You don't want to be scared to, but you also need to be prepared for it to go the opposite way. That's that. Also, you need to be able to not let your emotions really get in the way of your strategy. Because a lot of times that's exactly what happens. Fear comes up, greed comes up. Those are the two main that I see all the time. But they come up and they get in the way of your strategy playing out. So you got to remember that the third one is wins and losses. They're going to happen, and they're randomly distributed. They're not going to be, you don't know, anything can happen, right? So that's the third one. This is an easy transition to the fourth one, which is your edge or your strategy. It's nothing more than just an indication that there might be more probability on your side. I don't know if that's not the exact words of it, but in a sense, that's kind of what it's saying. There's no special, amazing strategy 100%. All your edge, all your strategy is just indicating that there's more of a possibility of price doing this. And that's a big thing we got to think about, trading and possibilities and probabilities. Okay, you gotta accept the fact that I can lose this trade. This strategy that I have can line up perfectly. Everything is perfect in this strat, and I could still lose the trade. And that's one thing that people don't accept sometimes. That's one thing that we need to wrap our heads around, is that all trading is a game of probabilities. That's it. I can be 20-30% accurate probability wise, and I could still be profitable with the proper risk management as well. But again, there's no golden strat. There's no this strat's better than this one. There's nothing like that. You see people talk about smart money concept and supply and demand and all this other stuff. Oh, trend lines don't work. This and this. You hear all that all the time, but there's people out there making, hundreds of thousands of dollars off of trend line trades. Okay? There's no golden strat. There's no strategy that's better than the other. At the end of the day, all your strategy is giving you, it's telling you there's a possibility, higher possibility, that price may do this. Again, anything can happen. You can still lose a trade. So that's one thing that you need to wrap your head around. And that leads us to our last one, which is every single moment in the market is unique. That's a big one. Every single moment is unique. Every day is a different day. There's billions of people in this world, millions of people trading. Not every person is going to get on at the same time every day, take the same trade every day. It's impossible. So even though your strategy looks the same, let's say you wait for a break of structure in the opposite direction in the fill of an imbalance, or inverse fair value gap or something like that, whatever your strategy is. And it's the same pattern that you look for every day. That moment is unique. That moment is unique. Not every single person is trading that same exact moment you are. You may trade a Monday, and then the next week you don't trade a Monday. So that's kind of what I'm saying with everyone. I'm sorry, I'm on a busy street right now too, but every moment is unique. No single moment is the same. And that ties into anything can happen. It ties into thinking in possibilities and probabilities. And it kind of just wraps everything up. But everything is unique every day. But that's pretty much all I really got to say in this walk. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Hope you guys at least took something away from this video that could help you in your trading strat or just trading in general journey. I appreciate y'all tuning in, and keep watching. I mean, you're gonna see how I'm gonna become successful trading, so that's that. With that being said, I'm out.